right, so there's a study that found that Christians accounted for about 90% of the population 50 years ago in the United States. But as of 2020, that figure had slumped to about 64%. If recent trends in changing one's religious affiliation, hold, we projected that Christians could make up between 35 to 46% of the U.S. population in 2070. So the study modeled 4 scenarios for how religious affiliation could change, and in every case, it found a sharp drop in Christianity. So 90% here in like 1976, down to 64% in 2020, and it's projected to go down to about 46 to 35%. But look at this major drop right here. If it continues dropping at this same decline, look, it could hit 35% way before like 2070. It hit 35% by like 2050, maybe 2040. Who knows, maybe even earlier than that. So the world is moving into a more loving, accepting, compassionate, and a higher vibrational planet. Therefore, more and more people are leaving Christianity due to their homophobia, judgments, non-acceptance, and harsh teachings. People are also doing their own research and thinking for themselves, because a lot of people grew up in the Christian faith, and then once they started doing their own research, then they started going their own separate ways. Therefore, people are leaving Christianity once they escape the indoctrination of religion. Indoctrination is teaching people to accept a set of beliefs uncritically, such as believing what the religion teaches without the person thinking critically for themselves. 2022 Christianity at 64% in the United States. Christianity has gone down 10% just in the last 6 years, and down 27% in the last 46 years. So in recent years, Christianity is drastically declining faster each year. That's interesting because just within the last 6 years, well, since 2012, that's when Earth went into the 4th density planet. So since the vibration of the planet switched from 3rd density planet to a 4th density planet, Christianity has been decreasing. So it's possible for Christianity to be less than 50% in the United States within the next 10 years, and probably much sooner than 10 years. All right, so Christianity on a steady decline. U.S. Christians projected to fall below 50% of population if recent trends continue. Look, huge drop to 90%, 64%. And then this is the way they did the decline. I could see it. Oh, okay, yeah, I see how they're doing it. They're doing it like, from the 90% to the 64%. They're using the same slope, but what I see the slope being is more like from here. I see the slope being more going at a steeper slope. So way before 2070, like by 2035, maybe 35%. So Pew Research Center projects that Christians will make up less than half of the American population by 2070. I think it'll be way before then, like 2050, with estimated ranges for that year falling between 35 and 46% of the American population, down from 64% in 2022 and 91% in 1976. I said maybe by 2050, less than 50%. Maybe by 2040, less than 50%. But there's a couple different scenarios that could play out there. But it's on a steady decline, for sure. Reasons why people leave. Criticism of Christianity is the reason. Has a long history which stretches back to the initial formation of the religion in the Roman Empire. Critics have challenged Christian beliefs and teachings as well as Christian actions, from the Crusades to modern terrorism. The arguments against Christianity include the suppositions that it is a faith of violence, corruption, superstition, polytheism, and I know a lot is going to argue it's monotheism, just one God, but 3 in 1, pretty much, which doesn't make sense. Father, Son, the Son is all the entire universe. the Christ, the consciousness is the Son of God. So Yeah, so the Christianity has been accused of violence, corruption, superstition, polytheism, homophobia, transphobia, bigotry, pontification, abuses of women's rights, and sectarianism. So what's this? Supposition and uncertain belief. The violence example, like street preachers yelling at the LGBT community, bullying and harassing them at the events. Gay people don't go to churches telling them they need to repent of divorces, porn, sex outside of marriage, getting remarried, drinking, and other sins that straight people do that the church doesn't talk about. But sins, in A Course in Miracles, it talks about how sin doesn't exist, that God views humanity as innocent children. They know not what they do. That's why Jesus prayed, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. So me personally, I don't believe in sins. There's a different word for that, but I'm just talking about the Christianity religion. They like to attack gay people, but then they don't address the other issues all within the church. They like to pick and choose who they want to harass and bully. And then, so sectarianism, excessive attachment to the religion, and then pontification, expressing their opinions in an annoying way, appearing as if they're like significant. They're like, oh, I'm the significant person and I'm expressing my opinions and forcing my opinions on top of you. That's why a lot of people are living the Christianity faith. And the fourth density is all about love, understanding, oneness, unity. And there's a lot of things within the Christian belief that don't line up with where the planet is going. The planet is going into love, unity, oneness, accepting of other people. We're going into a more loving society. So if there's any religion that's like being violent, at like street preachers being violent, that turns off a lot of people. The violence, of street preachers, the corruption, the homophobia, the transphobia, the bigotry, abuse of women's rights, all these things, segregating people, the church acting like they're better than the rest of the world, like those type of things. That's why there's a steady decline in Christianity. All right, yep, just want to show that with you guys, those stats. So I had a theory that Christianity must be on the decline. So I looked all this up and I'm like, oh my God, yeah, it really is on the decline. And it's going to go at a much steeper decline, like it has been down 10% in the last 6 years. That's crazy. All right. All right, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, bye.